Hi guys, so for today's session we're going to be looking at getting the basic sit out of our dog. Obviously Millie already knows this, but we're going to go back to as if it's a dog that doesn't understand the cue or any of the visual commands yet. So we're going to be looking at luring her into that behaviour. So to start with, we want to choose an area of working that's really at your dog's most comfort zone. So in the house, in the garden, somewhere that they really feel that they're most comfortable and they're going to be happy to want to work with you. We've got yummy treats because of that pay system. The dog's working at the end of the day. We're going to make it nice and fun for them, but we also need to reward them so that they're getting something for doing it as well. And then equally, we need to keep the sessions short, especially when they're very first starting out on their exercises. It's better to do several 3-minute little sessions across the day than it is to try and do one big hour here and there, because it's just too much for the dog to take in unless you break up and do lots of little fun sort of intervals in between those exercises. So for today, all I'm simply going to do is just show you the first steps of that and then build it up. And then we'll do another video where we can show you some distance commands and bring some of that in. But at the moment, we're just going to show you how to get the basic sit out of the dog and then taking it to different distractions. So we're going to, with Millie, because she already knows the behaviour, I'm going to throw out treats in between so that she'll get up basically from the sit, because I don't want her to stay in a sit. So I'm going to just throw her around, get her sort of working a little bit, and then when she comes back to me, I'm going to start off the first exercise. So I take a piece of treat and I put it in the palm of my hand, and the first thing that you'll do is put that on your dog's nose, and you want to click for any movement towards the ground with their bottom. If they don't put their bottom on the ground to start with, it's completely fine, okay? What we're looking for is any bend in the knees towards the bottom, anything where that bottom's going towards the ground, and then we can shape the behaviour to where they're eventually sitting. So I would just be, that would be really good, just clicking her for slightly bending there, and then I'll click her to see if she'll go down a little bit more. Yep, she's gone right the way down, so she gets the treat. So again, I'm just to get her away from me so she'll come back and start again. Again, I don't want any paws up, so I'm waiting until that paw's down on the ground before I reward her. So it's also fun for her as well, because she's getting to chase the treat and she likes doing stuff like that. So again, wait for the behaviour. She thinks that she's got to have a paw up, so again, wait for it, and then obviously the paw down. So what we can then start doing, because we've done 3 or 4 now with the treat in our hand, we can pretend to take a treat and do exactly the same thing. Good girl. No treat, she's going to get it afterwards. Now it becomes a reinforced behaviour. Okay, so again, I've got to throw one out to get her to go away. Let's have it. Good girl, Mama. Again, she thinks there's one in my hand. Good girl, well done. And then I can reinforce her with the reward. So throw it out. Good girl. Pretend to take it. Sit. Keep that paw on the floor. Good girl. And now she's expecting the treat to come afterwards, because we've done a couple of those now. So now we've got rid of the lure. We don't need the lure, and it's very, very quickly to get rid of it. What can happen with training quite often is that people just keep that lure, and then the dog never progresses, and they think, well, if, you know, they're not going to work for you unless you've got a treat on you. So we need to obviously start building the dog up so we get rid of those lures as quickly as possible. Good girl. So she now knows obviously that hand gesture means that she's got to go into a sit. So we're now going to just take the hand slightly away from her, just go into a sit. I want that paw on the floor, pop it. So I'm just going to stay. Yes, good girl. So patience is a really good tool for you guys to have as well. So you've just got to wait for it. There we go. And then we can start, hopefully, just bring, no, actually knows lots of different tricks. So bring the hand up. Yes, good girl. Just bringing the hand up but away from her. And now I can obviously start using the throw out for her rewards. Good girl, good girl. And then, yes, good girl. So you can see the hand now coming up instantly means she's going into a sit. So well done. So I'm just going to get her to go away from me, to come back and do that again, just to show you. And now start building it up. Yes, good girl, well done. So again, I'm saying yes or clicking, it's up to you which one you want to do. Once you've got it consistent that every time you put your hand in the air, the dog actually does that sit behaviour, then you can start naming it. But at the moment, we're not going to put any names to it. We're just going to do another session tomorrow, exactly the same, and building it up from there. So good luck with your sits and have a go. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask.